Because of the internet and social media, people tend to be more global-minded in current times. When studying, we also hear from some teachers telling us to be a global-minded person or be a global citizen. At the same time, we listen to people telling us to support local businesses. After COVID-19 started, we hear more sounds saying to support local businesses and buy from the countries people are from. To have a better understanding of this paradox, I did a small survey asking the people around me to hear what their thoughts are. I've also interviewed a few people around me asking for their thoughts. The first question that I asked was, do people consider themselves as global-minded? 31 people said yes, 18 people said no. Do you consider yourself as a global-minded person?
Yeah, I would consider myself somewhat global-minded.
I think it depends on the subject matter, but I do consider myself to be aware of like global issues and stuff like that in terms of more like things such as fashion, for example. Like I know the industry in other parts of the world, but for things like food, I don't think I'd be very knowledgeable on that sort of thing and just like their production or how like farms are run or anything like that. So I don't know.
I would say that I am knowledgeable and I try to stay up to date on global issues, like Ella said. But I know probably more about global issues than I know about like issues in Canada, especially in terms of like politics and that sort of thing. Just because I find that that's a lot more what's on the news unless you focus your view just directly on Canada or the province that you're in.
Yeah, I care about international issues to help me know the trend around the world.
The second question I asked them was, do they tend to want more local? 32 people said yes, 15 people said no. What are your thoughts towards buying local?
I understand that buying local is very important for sustainability, for example, so I definitely support it in that sense. But certain products, obviously, in our current global economy would be more beneficial to be imported, or I do enjoy like products from other countries, for example.
Yes, 100%. I think locally supported or locally produced, like even artisan-based things. I mean, I work for an artisan market and I just always take pride in like meeting people in my local area that share the same interests and same passion about like working with like local providers and stuff like that, so for sure.
Yeah, I do like buying locally, especially supporting like small businesses that are local. My older brother, he has a couple small businesses that are local, and we do try and support those as well as companies alike. So yeah.
I do buy local goods since local items have been adjusted to our culture and living habits. This makes it more convenient for us. I buy international goods more since I think they have acquired priority.
I combined the response and made a chart. We can see that there are more people considering themselves global-minded, but still tend to like or want buying local. It is understandable that people who are global-minded might tend to buy more international items, and people who are more local-minded would tend to want to buy locally. Being global-minded actually allows consumers to know more of the importance of not depending on the global operation systems. The reason for buying local for many people is because of wanting to support local businesses. Also, local businesses normally have a better understanding how local consumers behave and their habits. So because of knowing their habits and behavior, Their services can give more connections and tailor to the customers.